Hey, what's going on, Guardians? TBL here, coming back at you guys with a little bit of that Destiny 2 good that you are no doubt going to be missing for the next month and a half. Just got a quick video today talking about a few things that have been going on in the Destiny community, as well as a quick little channel update. It has been a long week. I'm only really pretty much just getting in from work, ready for the weekend. It's almost like 12 o'clock in the morning, so it's super duper late at night, and I am ready to just fall asleep. But I figured I'd make a quick video because we did have a little bit of Destiny news go out today. Of course, we had the final episode of IGN's first series on Destiny 2. Today they did a little bit of a Bungie AMA that was sparse for detail, I think would be fair to say. There definitely was not a lot of detail in that AMA. And we did learn a few little things. We learned that swords are returning. That's cool. We're going to have all kinds of brand new sword types. So in addition to the trace rifle that we're getting in the Cold Heart for those of you Guardians who pre-ordered Destiny 2, we're also getting swords coming back, and we're going to have some new types of swords in there. What that means, I don't really know, but I'm definitely happy to see that swords are going to be returning in Destiny 2 in a heavy power weapon capacity. Definitely psyched about that. We also, of course, got further confirmation that the build that we got to play for the Destiny 2 beta was an older build. It's from a few months ago. And, of course, that some of the things that were in that build are going to be a little bit different from how they are in the full game, such as, grenade cooldowns and the damage output of the grenades is going to be changed. The power ammo economy is going to be changed, so purple bricks will be dropping more often, and of course the big notice that super cooldowns are going to be tuned a bit. As a matter of fact, they apparently already are in the most current build of the game, so that you're not just getting one, maybe two supers per strike and one super per PvP mode. That's something I'm very happy about. You guys, you probably all saw the video I made a few days ago giving my overall thoughts on Destiny 2. I think it's pretty good, but the ability cooldowns definitely needed to be tweaked. It took way too long to get some of your abilities back, and I'm glad that they're reaffirming that that's going to be changed for the full game. Now, additionally, we also got word that our protagonist, our character in Destiny 2, is going to be remaining silent throughout the game. That's right, if you were looking to hear a bit more from your Guardian in Destiny 2, well, unfortunately that's not going to be the case. They are going to be remaining silent. The last we heard from them was literally the final story mission of Destiny 1 Year 1, where we said our farewells to the Exo Stranger and never heard from our Guardians again. From then on out, it's basically been our ghost talking for us. So yeah, over the course of this AMA, Luke Smith actually confirmed that our Guardians will be remaining as silent protagonists, which, isn't really too important, but it does bum me a little bit since it's kind of weird, a little bit on the jarring side for me, for us to go from a Guardian who spoke and was fairly expressive in the few cutscenes we got for Year 1 and then just hasn't said a word in like the nearly 3 years since. Just a little bit weird, but hey, whatever, we'll move on with it. There are certainly worse things in the world that I can complain about. Additionally, they also talked a bit about some of the vehicles, and by talked a bit, I mean Luke Smith was asked if there's going to be any like two-person vehicles in the game. Think some of the tanks and weapons and vehicles from Halo, and unfortunately the answer to that is no. All the vehicles are going to be single pilot, no cooperative action on that front. I think that's kind of a missed opportunity. Could you imagine one of the strikes just dropping like an earth tank for you to just get in, and like maybe one person's driving and holding the main gun and another player's on like an auxiliary gun just mowing people down? Oh man, that could have been so cool. But no, that's not going to be the case, and I guess we'll just have to settle for our solo pilot machines in Destiny 2, just like Destiny 1. But again, that's really not too big of an issue, and it doesn't really hurt my hype for the game at all. But now, in addition to that, we also got our This Week at Bungie weekly blog, and we actually got some really interesting information in there. We got, first off, the announcement date for the PC beta. It's going to be August 28th. So definitely towards the end of next month, about a week or so before the full game comes out on September 6th, but I'm going to be looking forward to getting in on that. I cannot wait to see what the game is going to look like in 4K on my PC. I've got my brand new 4K monitor. We are ready to rock and roll with this thing. So yeah, early access for the Destiny 2 PC beta is starting on August 28th, that's if you pre-ordered. For everyone else, it'll be an open beta on August 29th, and it ends on the 31st. So not a very long beta, you know, just like the console version, but still, I cannot wait. It should be a fantastic PC experience based on what we got to see from the Destiny 2 reveal event, as well as from some of the other events and conventions that have gone on since then. But now, speaking a bit about the PC version of Destiny 2, Bungie also unveiled the PC spec requirements to play the game. And man, I am very happy with the requirements now. Now, we kind of knew a bit about this from the Destiny 2 reveal event, but I'm going to go ahead and go through what they showed us in the weekly update. The recommended specs to run Destiny 2 optimally on PC are thus. For your CPU, you're looking for something around the Intel Core i5-2400 or AMD Ryzen R5-1600X class. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into some of the technical details, but this is very good. That's basically like entry-level, mid-tier class of CPUs. I mean, the Intel Core i5 goes for like $170 now, while the Ryzen 1600X is a really fantastic CPU that goes for like $200, $230. Just not a bad starting price range for the recommended level of power that's required to play Destiny 2 optimally. And I mean, we also know from previous interviews that Destiny 2 is going to be one of the few games on the market that actually takes advantage of multi-core CPUs. Well, I guess I shouldn't say one of the few games, but a lot of PC games out there don't really take advantage of multi-core CPUs, so stuff like the Ryzen 1700 or 1800X, which is an 8-core CPU, or the R5-1600X, which is on this list, which is a 6-core CPU. So the fact that Destiny 2 is going to be able to handle that extra power, offload that extra strain onto different CPU cores is going to be a very good thing. But moving on the GPU side of things, they recommend an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970, or if you're on the AMD side, the Radeon R9 390, as well as about 8 gigs of RAM. All of that is very mid-level, very easy to get your hands on these days, not very expensive at all, so people with mid-end PCs are going to be able to play Destiny 2 just fine based off these specs. Oh shoot, wait, actually, you know what, never mind. Normally those would be pretty easy to obtain, but right now with the current ongoing shortage of graphics cards, thanks to the current cryptocurrency mining market shooting up the price of all the mid-level GPUs, ooh, that actually might be a little harder to get your hands on than you would initially expect. So, well, rip on that front. I hope you've got a decent GPU already lined up and ready to go. But let's continue here. The minimum specs to be able to run Destiny 2 in any way, shape, or form are going to be this: an Intel Core i3-3250 or an AMD FX 4350 for the GPU, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 660 that has at least 2 gigs of memory, or the AMD Radeon HD 7850. That's a card from about 4, maybe 5 years ago. So again, not really too demanding at all, though I'd imagine you're probably not going to be getting much 4K gameplay out of those specs. And also, of course, they want a minimum of at least 6 gigs of RAM, but most systems nowadays come with way more than that. So there you go. It should be fairly simple to be able to meet either the minimum or recommended specs to be able to play Destiny 2 on PC. Not very demanding at all. Well, let's talk a little bit about the build that they had at the D2 reveal event, because they gave us the specs for that. The D2 reveal event was running PCs with the Intel i7 7700K CPU, as well as the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. That thing is the new monster top-of-the-line graphics card from NVIDIA. The 7700K is, of course, right now the workhorse of PC gaming. It's what you see in a lot of people's builds, and it runs you about $300 to $340. So that's $300 to $340, not $3 to $340. That would be quite the expanse there. But it's a pretty darn good gaming CPU, and of course the GPU, the 1080 Ti, is the monster. That's my baby. I've got one of those in my current rig. That's gonna be quite the expensive penny. I paid about $600–700 for mine, and that's gonna be the one that's gonna be the thing that pushes you into 4K and VR and all kinds of stuff for the future. But I'm glad to see it's going to be able to handle Destiny 2 at 4K just fine. You know, CPU wise, I'm running an AMD Ryzen build right now for my current CPU. I've got the old Ryzen 1700 overclocked a bit, and that thing should be more than powerful enough to handle Destiny 2, and I can't wait to see what this game plays like on PC. I am going to be doing nothing but recording PvE gameplay when this thing comes out. I'm so excited. This next month is going to be insanely difficult to push through. But we're almost there, just a few weeks away, baby, and we'll be back in the sweet, sweet world of Destiny 2. But alright, Guardians, that was pretty much it for everything we learned from Bungie's pseudo AMA and the This Week at Bungie blog. We did get a couple of trailers. Of course, we got to see the Cold Heart trace rifle. That thing looks like it's going to be super cool. And yes, pun completely intended, but we also got another trailer that showed off a few other pre-order bonuses. If you pre-order at Game in the UK or at GameStop, you can get like this special little ghost that'll show off all of your kills in PvE and all of your kills in PvP. You've also got some interesting shaders that are coming on weapons. We got to see what looks to be some of the new Iron Banner weapons in that trailer. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below so you can go check it out. It's very quick, but it looked like we got some gold shaders on some of those guns, and they had the Iron Banner crest on them, on like a Suros sidearm, an Iron Banner grenade launcher. That looks super cool. I'll tell you what, I was always a big fan. God, I love the scene with Ikora, just blasting that thing out of the sky. Bye, we'll see you later in the full game, Ikora. Just a few weeks away, I keep telling myself. But yeah, I was always a fan of some of the Iron Banner shaders, like the original Gold Spire and stuff like that, and I'm glad we're getting those kinds of shaders coming for the weapons. I'll shoot around with some gold weapons in Destiny. You know I love me some gaudy gold. And it looks like I'll have the opportunity to play around a lot when it comes to appearance of not just our Guardians, but our weapons, our ships, and all kinds of things in Destiny 2. Can't wait to learn more about that. But alright, Guardians, that is pretty much it for everything I wanted to talk about in today's video. Kinda can't believe I made it to about 12 minutes of just rambling. But it's been good. It's been a very good week. For those of you who have been wondering where the streams have been, yes, I did not stream at all, I think, outside of Monday this week. And the reason for that is I had a bit of work to get done for the past couple of days. I probably could have streamed either way, but I just couldn't convince myself to go back and play Destiny 1. I'll probably be back on the regular schedule by the time next week comes around. But alright, Guardians, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. I just got killed out of nowhere by the Cabal dropship, and it made me feel bad. Leave me an F for respect in the comment section for my fallen Guardian taken down by the big bad Cabals. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I love your faces. Let me know what you guys think of all this Destiny stuff down in the comment section below. Ooh, as I get that sweet, sweet Nova Bomb Revenge Justice. And as always, I am TheBlackLink. You Guardians, stay frosty.